All right. Hello, my fellow contractors. Today it is the part two of talking and processes and systems. So we were, in the last video, we were left at why systems are important, why processes are important, why repeatable processes which can be executed by your employees is important. So I would just like to, like little bit brush up what we, talked in the last video. So, understand this. If you want freedom and if you want your business to be running without you, you're like, yeah, I can get it. Everyone says, it's about the people, company build, like people builds a company, people, you have to get good people in, great. But what happens is good people without good processes is nothing because, like, look, at the end of the day, it's your business and you know how it works, right? So, what do you need to do with them if you want freedom and if you want to go on vacations with your family and if, like if you want to spend time with your family and if you want freedom and more importantly, if you don't want to age yourself fast while being on a job site or anywhere else in the world, still with your phone running the business. If you don't want to be in two places mentally, being while being physically in one place, what you have to do is you have to build standard operating procedures. And how does that work is basically you have to map out what process are you using for now for, let's say, lead generation, sales, whatever. There are a lot of things in your business. So what you have to do is you have to map out that process and you have to build a repeatable process around that. Okay. And then you have to document it. Then you have to make a training for it because you can just handle a standard operating procedure document to your employee, to a new employee, and just let him do that. And when you are paying, like, God, my God, nowadays, when you are paying like $25 per hour, $20 per hour to people, like to unexperienced people, more importantly, to unexperienced people, like you can't let your money, like, just be hand in someone's hand. You have to, like, do what I say. Like, you know what? You have to document out what processes, what key important things are, what mindset important thing, what mindset you're taking in, right? Because let's say you hire a sales rep and he has to do door knocking around the neighborhood and around the town. So what happens is, like, you have to prepare in the training that, and like I'm talking about like videos and live trainings if you want to take as well, like in person live training, documents, scripts, rehearsals and everything. You have to prepare his mindset that you are going to get your door, like you are going to, hear some really good shit. You are going to face rejection. You are gonna get doors slammed at your door and your face. You will face like little bit, like, really good, a string of flowers from people's mouth. So like, right, do you get it how this works? You have to document the process and you have to take that into a training and you have to like hand over the training to the employee, and then even then you can just let him go. You have to monitor it for a very considerable time, and after that you can only let him go. You can only, after a certain time, you can let go of the leash, and horse will, maybe it's not the leash. Like, I don't know. I have never, I've never been on a horse. So sorry if I said leash, or I don't know what that thing called, but but what I mean here is you can let the control after a certain period of time. Got it? So what now? How to do that? Now comes the juicy part. How to do that? How to break down the process? It is the juicy part. It is the meaty part. So there is no single process. A stranger do not becomes your customer straight from a stranger to your customer. No, no. What happens is there are stages. As you know that there are stages of a a stranger, like which time it takes, and there are stages a stranger have to go to become your client, right? So there are a couple of things. There are like different. There are a lot of different, tactics and offers and stimuli. By stimuli, I mean, a thing which creates stimulation in your customer's mind. For example, your sales pitch, your sales script, not the sales pitch, but your script, your questions, your ad copy, your door knocking, it creates a stimulation in customers' mind. So it's a stimuli. Okay, there could be a lot of different stimuli. There could be different times of deploying it. There could be different, tactics to deploy them. There could be different types of, discount models. There could be different types of spring offers. There could be a lot of things. But there are some certain things in business which cannot change, and now we're talking about the stages. Now we're talking about, subsystems. I know this sounds corporate, but subsystems is the best terminology to define it, and you better understand it. So and you know what? There's a subsystem. There's a system, like we call it customer attraction or acquisition system, where a stranger starts at nothing and it ends up becoming your customer. But what happens is, in that whole big system, in that whole big process, there are sub processes, there are subsystems. Now, first subsystem which client has to go through is attention, where a stranger, like the responsibility of this process, of that process of subsystem on a sub process one, is to turn a stranger into attention. Fair enough. So, and what, like, how these systems work? It takes a stranger and gets his attention on your company. So, for example, an ad in a hook, like a hook could be a subsystem to get a sub process to get attention. A door knock can be a sub process to take attention, right? And in that, let's say door knocking, you're knocking door, and what you are saying there are exact words, and it is the part of the sub process. Now, you could be look, and if the subsystem sub process one fails, your whole system is. If you're not able to get attention from the strangers and take their attention and put that on your company, then even if you have the best crew in the world, it doesn't works. You will not get customers. So, you know what, like, you can have a really good sales ability, but if your door knocking is shit, you're not gonna get. You can have the best website, but if you're not able to rank that on Google, you're fucked. You can have the best transformation, case studies and testimonials or reviews. You can have the best reviews in the market. But if your website and if your Google business profile is not fucking ranking on the Google when someone searches in your area, you're fucked. And so how, and you know what, second system, and let's talk about second system. Okay, so let's say you have got the attention, you have solved the problem when you are able to turn a stranger from a total, you are able to turn a total stranger to attention. You are able to get his attention. Now what happens next? From attention, there is interested, right? So, like, there's a system or there's a sub process where you take a person who has his attention on your company and turn that into interest. How does that happen? Speed to lead. Exactly, speed to lead. As soon as lead comes, you gotta call him. Or in the website, how you structure your website is also a sub process to get the person interested. What pain points like most of the, well, first of all, most of the contractors I have talked to do not, they do not, mention any pain points of homeowners on their websites. They just put transformations, and they are like they are not calling people for reviews, so they do not put work in getting attention, and they do not put work in getting attention, turning attention into interest, right? So that's what we gotta do. So a couple of ways could be speed to lead, like the moment lead comes in, you gotta call him. Okay, and other could be, structuring your business Google business profile and your website in a certain way, structure and getting reviews, right? Because reviews does two things. We will talk about that, but reviews turns attention into interest. Okay, now one thing which is important to understand is, how do you improve these, right? How do you find bottleneck? How do you find the bottleneck? You have to track metrics like how many leads are coming in. If enough leads are coming in, then you can be sure that yes, sub process one is working. And and if that attention is not turning into interest, and let's say you are not doing that much in-home visits, or you're not doing that much demos, or you're not doing that much sales conversations, then there's a problem in getting them get like turning the attention into interest. Okay, now from interest, what is the next sub process? From interest, and interest, like from interest, you have to take a person who is interested and turn that into trust. Interest and trust, both are different things. So how does the trust works? Remember, I say reviews do two things. It converts attention into interest, plus it converts interest into trust as well. And there are a couple of things more which drive trust. How you show up at the homeowner's house, how you talk to them, how professional you are, if you listen to them or not. If you're like, let's say you're doing an in-home pre-vetted visit, and the homeowner is already interested. He has told you that I want to get this thing done, and please have a look at this, blah blah blah. And you do not listen to him. You are just, you think you know the best. Of course you know the best. You are the fucking, you know your craft. You know the best, but it is important to listen to homeowner and see what he needs, what he wants, how he wants it, what theme he wants. It is important to listen to homeowner as well. That is also a really big trust factor in sales. And transparency. Transparency is also a sub process for, like, it's not a sub process, it's a tool for turning interest into trust, right? And like from trust, you can like take how many sub processes of measuring and everything and getting the payment code and blah blah blah, all that shit. But these are the three systems that matter the most. If you have got attention, if you're able to turn attention into interest, and if you're able to turn interest into trust, then like other things, like, honestly doesn't matter. It's like other things could be figured out. The other things could be a little bit up and down. Other things could be adjusted. But these three are holy grail of a contracting business: trust, attention, and interest. These are the holy grail. These are the three pillars of attraction of homeowners in contracting business, right? So how do you find and now how do you find if something is not, let's say you want to get more, you want to make more out of the leads you're getting in. So let's say you have enough volume, you are buying enough leads, enough people are visiting your website, blah blah blah. And and you're not getting that. So like it could, and the thing is, it could be possible that you're getting enough attention, but you're not getting interest. You're not able to turn that attention into interest. How do you know that? You have to track KPIs. Okay, how many leads are coming and how many leads are getting from how many leads are we are able to convert their attention into interest, from interest, and then how many leads are there in interested, and at what rate we are able to convert their interest into trust. And how do you track trust? Simple. If the person is not buying from you, and what reason he gave you, if he gave you a vague reason that I'll let you know, I need to get another quotes and I need to compare the price and this or that, then he is not trusting you. Why he's not trusting you? Because he does not believe that you are giving him or her a good price, or he doesn't believe that you are the expert and it is worth paying you that much, right? Like homeowners think like this, man. So that is the thing, right? And if the homeowner says like, I really don't have the money, I'll do this after 2 months, and even if you handle all the objections and everything, and you have made sure that they want to buy from you, but the only barrier in between is money, then of course it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. Okay. So, and remember that. And now the most important thing, there's a concept in process of thinking or system thinking, what do you want to call it? It is called garbage in, garbage out. Remember, if you buy shit leads, if you put shit leads in your processes, you will get shit. So a bad lead source will sink your numbers no matter how good your processes are now, no matter how good your crew is, no matter how quick you follow up now, no matter how much you are spending on your call centers with for quick calling or AI voice agents. Doesn't matters, man. Doesn't matters, honestly. The only thing that matters. Sorry for this. Sorry for this movement. All right. Yeah, I'm really sorry. All right. So, like, remember this. You have to have a good lead source. Okay. Like, you can buy like leads from Angie and everything, but I will recommend making organic source of an organic source of leads over time. You can like I will give you some high like surface level shit on this because I'm gonna make a separate video on how to make your organic audience so that after a couple of years of properly doing this, you will get leads organically without spending a penny. So what you can do is you have to make your connections, you have to get in networking events, you have to, you have to do some social work as well, you have to be with people, you have to know, you should be the guy who everyone knows. Fair enough. So that is the thing. All right. You have to become basically the guy in your favorite neighborhood. And one tactic, which I'm gonna tell you here is driving down, just like have your truck wrapped out properly, or well, if you have a truck, like you have to get it wrapped properly, and your number should be visible to it, and you have to drive that truck every single evening or every like one day without every 1 or 2 day gap every week without any skips to your favorite neighborhood, and not very fast, but a bit slowly. So after some time, what happens is people there would start noticing you, and they will think this person is working in this neighborhood, and your rapping should actually present what you do in a really simple way, and it should present your number. Okay, this is one way to do it. Another way is to get in groups, get your family. Like I was working with a contractor who had his wife in different types of groups all over the town, and from there he like around 30 to 40% of his leads were coming from there, from the groups his wife was on. And I'm not saying you have to put your family members to work, but that's kind of a way to go. If you even if not your wife, you can yourself do it. You can get in groups and talk shit and everything. You can go in bars, you can go in like any type of public events and talk to people. Yeah, you should be really good at talking. That's also a really important thing. Like if you have like, like look, and you know what, like if you are a really egoistic guy and you think you are the best, you know the everything, and you are not really good at talking, and you do not care about people, you do not care about your clients, then you're never gonna make it organic. You have to always buy leads, you have to always buy attention. Like if you run ads and if you do those things, you're buying attention. So you have to buy attention from all of your life. If you do not know how to talk, if you do not know how to make connections, that's also the lesson to take from here. And understand this: there's no secret tricks or networking events. I have seen people go in networking events, with big people. There's no secret in those. Come on, guys. Every business's bottlenecks is unique to its own processes, and it's more importantly to its own owner. Your business, your problem is unique to you, because business is a direct extension of you, a business. So for that, a business owner. Got it? Like if you do not fix yourself, your business gonna fix you. No matter how good your techniques are, no matter how good your crew is, no matter how good your craft is, if as a business owner you judge everyone, and you have false beliefs about a lot of things, and you have a binary thinking, like binary thinking, that's something new I'm gonna make a video on. But yeah, understand this, guys. So yeah, that's all for today's video about processes and systems. Have a nice day, guys. Implement this. Ciao. Take care of our family, guys. That's important.